So let's talk about Africa. When people think of Africa, they often think of it as one big country, which, by the way, it is not. It's a continent with more countries than you can name, and inside those countries are hundreds, even thousands of different groups of people. It's like a giant party where everyone brings their own music and their own special snacks. And at this massive continental party, the Hausa people are like the superstars. They're the ones everyone knows. They aren't just a small group. We're talking about the largest ethnic group in all of Africa. That's a huge family reunion. Imagine trying to remember everyone's name. It's a big deal. Now you might be asking, Trevor, where is this party happening? Well, the heart of Hausa land is in a region called the Sahel, which is a strip of land just south of the Sahara Desert. Think of it as Africa's giant sandy beachfront property, but without the ocean. The two main countries where you'll find the largest Hausa populations are Nigeria, specifically in the north, and the southern part of Niger. But they are not just confined to these two places. The Hausa are incredible travelers and traders, so you can find their communities scattered all across West and Central Africa, from Ghana to Cameroon to Sudan. They are basically the original multinational corporation, but with better food and cooler hats. The Hausa people have a history that goes way back, like way back. We're talking about 1,000 years of organized city-states and kingdoms. Before a lot of modern countries even had a plan, the Hausa were building walled cities, creating complex governments, and running massive trade routes across the desert. They were the Amazon prime of the Sahara, trading things like salt, leather, and gold. Camels were their delivery trucks, and believe me, those trucks had some serious mileage on them. This long and rich history is a huge part of their identity and why they are so influential in the region today. So when we talk about the Hausa, we are not just talking about a tribe, we are talking about a civilization, a massive, influential group of people with deep roots and a story that has shaped a huge part of the African continent. They are a cornerstone of West African culture, a powerful economic force, and a testament to the incredible diversity of Africa. They have their own language, their own style, their own way of doing things, and they have been doing it successfully for centuries. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and having a really strong sense of who you are, which is something we can all learn from. Let's dive into the culture, because this is where things get really interesting. The foundation of Hausa culture is built on two massive pillars: community and Islam. Family is everything. And I don't just mean your mum, dad and siblings, I mean your cousins, your second cousins, your great-aunt's neighbour's son. Everyone is family. This creates a powerful social safety net. If you're in trouble, there's always someone to help. It's like having 1,000 emergency contacts in your phone. This strong sense of community is guided by Islamic traditions, which influence daily life, from prayers 5 times a day to major festivals like Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, which are huge celebrations. The Hausa language is another one of their superpowers. It's one of the most widely spoken languages in Africa, right up there with Swahili. Millions and millions of people speak it. Not just the Hausa themselves, it's a lingua franca, which is a fancy way of saying it's the common language people use to talk to each other when they all have different native tongues. It's like the English of West Africa, but with way more interesting proverbs. The language is known for being very tonal and expressive, and it has borrowed words from Arabic because of centuries of trade and religious connection. It's a beautiful language that connects a vast and diverse region. Daily life for many Hausa people, especially in rural areas, revolves around agriculture. They are incredibly skilled farmers, growing crops like sorghum, millet, maize, and peanuts. Peanuts are a big deal. They call them groundnuts. In the bustling cities, however, life is very different. The Hausa have a long and storied history as merchants and artisans. They are famous for their leatherwork, fancy bags, shoes, and saddles. They are also masters of weaving, pottery, and dyeing cloth with indigo to create stunning patterns. This mix of ancient farming traditions and vibrant city commerce is what makes their society so dynamic and resilient. One of the most fascinating things is their traditional system of authority. Even within modern countries like Nigeria, the Hausa have maintained their historic emirates, led by an emir. These are traditional states like Kano, Zaria, and Katsina. The emir is a respected spiritual and cultural leader for the people in his region. It's a system that works alongside the modern government. It's like having a president and a king. But the king is in charge of tradition, culture, and making sure everyone is behaving themselves. This unique blend of the old and the new is a key part of what keeps Hausa culture so strong and vibrant in the 21st century. All right, let's talk about the good stuff, the food. Hausa cuisine is hearty, flavorful, and guaranteed to make you happy. A staple food you'll find everywhere is called tuwo shinkafa. It's a soft, sticky ball made from rice flour, kind of like a very thick porridge or fufu. You don't eat it alone, of course. You dip it into a delicious, savory soup, or miya. One of the most famous soups is miyan kuka, which is made from powdered baobab leaves. It sounds a bit strange, I know, but it's amazing. They also have a popular street food called suya, which is spicy, grilled meat on a stick. It's so good it should be illegal. Now, for the soundtrack of Hausa life, the music. Traditional Hausa music is rich and diverse, often featuring a lot of percussion and wind instruments. One of the most iconic instruments is the kakaki, a long metal trumpet that can be up to 3 meters long. It was traditionally used to announce the arrival of the emir, so it has a very royal, impressive sound. Another important instrument is the kalangu, which is an hourglass-shaped talking drum. The player can change the pitch of the drum to mimic the tones of the Hausa language, so it literally sounds like the drum is speaking. It's an incredible skill to witness. And you can't talk about the Hausa without talking about their fashion. Their clothing is elegant, dignified, and often incredibly colorful. For men, the grandest outfit is the baban riga. This is a huge flowing gown with wide sleeves that is often intricately embroidered. It's worn over matching trousers and a shirt. To complete the look, men wear a beautiful embroidered cap called a hula. The whole outfit just screams royalty and respect. It's the kind of thing you wear when you want to make an entrance. It's not just clothing, it's a statement of identity and pride in their heritage. For Hausa women, the fashion is just as stunning. They typically wear a wraparound skirt called a zani, made from colorful printed cloth, along with a matching blouse and a shawl or headscarf. The fabrics are vibrant, often featuring bold patterns and bright colors that stand out beautifully. Women also practice body art, especially with henna. They create intricate, beautiful dark patterns on their hands and feet, particularly for special occasions like weddings and festivals. This attention to detail in their clothing and personal adornment shows how much they value beauty, tradition, and expressing their cultural identity through their appearance. It's a complete sensory experience. When you look at the map of Africa, the Hausa people are not just a dot on it. They are a major part of the engine that makes West Africa run. Their influence is massive, especially in politics and economics. In Nigeria, which is Africa's most populous country, the Hausa are one of the 3 dominant ethnic groups. This means they play a huge role in the country's national life, from government to business. Their political power and large population mean that what happens in the Hausa community often has ripple effects across the entire nation and even the surrounding region. They are in many ways a stabilizing force in a very complex part of the world. The economic footprint of the Hausa is just as significant. For centuries, they have been the masters of trade in the region. Their ancient cities, like Kano, were once the final stop on the great trans-Saharan trade routes. Today, that spirit of commerce is still alive and well. Hausa traders and business people are involved in everything from agriculture and livestock to modern retail and international trade. They connect rural farmers to urban markets and link West African economies to the rest of the world. This entrepreneurial spirit is a vital part of the economic fabric of countries like Nigeria, Niger, and Ghana. Beyond politics and money, the Hausa are cultural ambassadors for Africa. Their language, as we've seen, is spoken by tens of millions of people, making it a bridge between different cultures. Their films, produced in an industry nicknamed Kannywood, are popular all over the continent, sharing Hausa stories and values with a wide audience. Their music, fashion, and food have also spread far and wide thanks to the large Hausa diaspora. When you see Hausa culture, you are seeing a vibrant, living piece of African heritage that is both ancient and constantly evolving. They help shape the global conversation about what it means to be African. So in the end, the Hausa are more than just a large ethnic group. They're a civilization with a deep history, a powerful cultural identity, and a significant role in the modern world. They show us the incredible diversity that exists within Africa, reminding us that the continent is not a single story, but a rich tapestry of thousands of stories. Understanding the Hausa is understanding a key part of West Africa's past, present, and future. They are a testament to the power of tradition, community, and adaptation. And their story is a vital chapter in the grand book of human history. They truly are one of Africa's great treasures.